Hello everybody, it's Tech Arsenal here. And this video has been forever, it took forever to make. Sorry if I didn't make an unboxing, because YouTube decided to cancel that for a couple reasons, maybe copyright issues. And I've also been sick, you could probably tell from my voice. So I haven't been able to make a video in quite some time. But here it is, without any more further delays. This will be my review on the Hifiman he400s. Hifiman sent these headphones to me about a couple months ago for me to review, and I love them every single day of my review period. And excuse me, it just breaks my heart that I have to send them back to Hifiman. But here we go with the cable first, since almost every headphone comes with one. This is a braided 1.2 meter cable, a straight one. And I love the pattern, the white and black, and it's gold plated at the top and at the end. It also comes with a 1/4-inch adapter to be used with like a amp or with a digital amp. But here we are with the headphones. These are an open back planar magnetic headphones from Hifiman. Now, Hifiman have been making these to be aimed at a pair of relatively cheap planar magnetic headphones, but offer like around 80% of the performance of more expensive audiophile headphones. Now, basically what planar magnetic is basically I don't understand much about these, but I do know that most planars, I searched it up, are really expensive at like $700 or $800, and it's really hard for them to be driven with like a smartphone or a mobile device. These are really easy to drive with almost anything, since these have an impedance of only 22 ohms, which means that you do not need an amp to drive these. Although, if you do have one, you'll still benefit. I've been using the Woo Audio WA7 Fireflies with the Concerto Resonance HD DAC, and these definitely sound better with an amp. Soundstage gets wider, it sounds warmer, a lot more alive, and you can hear a lot more instruments, and basically the resonance of the instruments. These definitely sound good, I mean, even without an amp. But before we get to that, I want to talk about comfort. Now, before I get too deep into this topic, something to know is that these aren't the stock velour pads. These are the focus pads from Hifiman, and if you want to get the same comfort results as me, you'll definitely want to get these. But these are expensive ear pads. They cost $40. Now, that's a pretty steep investment for a pair of ear pads, since most of them only cost $20. But these definitely benefit, since they are just so comfy. I mean, look at that, how squishy they are. They just feel like marshmallows on my head. Now, something also I realized what they did to make these so comfortable, that they're using suspended headbands. Basically, it's a strap of leather being held on a metal frame. Now, this just makes them so comfortable, since it saves weight, and it's really thick, so it distributes weight really evenly across the crown of your head, and they're just really comfortable. Now, after we talk about comfort, I want to talk about build quality. And build quality isn't that great, especially for a $300 pair of headphones. They're not, outstanding build quality. It's using metal over here on the headband and on the ear pads. No, not ear pads. The back of the ear cups. But it's using plastic on the sides of the ear pads. It does look great. I mean, I like the looks, the tuxedo look, and how these fold around like that with the black and the silver. But these aren't really well built. I already scuffed them up a bit over here, maybe. I'm not sure if that was me I haven't really paid attention, but I just found that one day, the scuffs. And I wouldn't be too surprised if that happened to some other headset. But I just wish they used aluminum. It would feel much better in the hand and it'll look better. Now let's talk about how these actually sound. These sound really good from a mobile device, like I said in the beginning of the video. But these are open back, so you get really good soundstage. Basically, what open back is that there's no barrier covering the ear pads, so that sound can be sound really airy and silky. So that's a huge benefit if you're buying these. But basically, they just give you really good soundstage or positional audio, and it gives you a really good experience if you're just watching movies or playing games. And everything just sounds so good with these headphones. You can hear every breath, every lip smack, every string plucked. It just sounds so good. I've been listening to a lot of jazz with these, a lot of hip hop, a lot of rock, a lot of EDM or dubstep, and these pass with flying colors at every one of those basically topics, I guess. And but there are benefits to open backs. One of them being sound leakage. Since they are open back, there's no barrier, so sound will be escaped out and sound will come in. So I wouldn't recommend you to use these on a plane. If you are looking for a headphone to be used on the plane, I recommend you to use the Bose QC35s. They're a bit more expensive than these at $350, but the Bose are Bluetooth and they have active noise cancellation. So I wouldn't recommend you to bring these outside. First of all, they're really big. When you put them on your head, it looks kind of funny. This sort of looks like a handle on the side. It makes it look funny, but when you're using these at home with your spouse or with your significant other, no one really cares what you look with your headphones on. You just want a good, clean experience of audio. And I'll recommend you to use these when you're at home watching movies, playing games, just listening to music. These would be an excellent option to be used at home. So, overall, what do I think of these? I think of these as really comfy headphones with mediocre build quality, but with phenomenal sound. I don't think there's a much better option than this at a $300 price point. There's not a better option than this. If you do have that cash, this is a no-brainer. I'll just pick these up today since these sound so good and at such a relatively low price. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like my performance on my videos, please leave a thumbs up. And if you didn't, leave a thumbs down and write a comment about how I can improve. Now, if you want to see more reviews like this, please subscribe to the channel since it does help me a lot. Again, thanks guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video.